It's Loren Poppington. Hey, friend. So this video is going to be about moving to Atlanta. So, I've been on YouTube, not as a YouTuber, but, as a subscriber to other people. And, I've been watching moving to Atlanta videos, and they give good advice, but they don't necessarily tell every little detail that you may need to know. The main things they talk about is the traffic. Traffic is awful. We won't get into that. They talk about jobs. They talk about parts, but they don't really tell like the deep down things that you probably need to know to move to Atlanta. So this is gonna be, I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to put all the information in a short video, but I'm making it because people from the town I moved from asked me about it, people on social media, and people that I met in Atlanta, and they'll just ask me, so how was your experience moving to Atlanta, So we're gonna talk about that. Okay, so this ain't necessarily gonna be a guide, but this is gonna have some tips in it to help you out. Wait a minute. So, well, let's do a quick little rundown of me. Okay, so I used to come to Atlanta. It got to the point where I would come to Atlanta like once or twice a month, due to the fact that people that I was dealing with, they was into the entertainment part of Atlanta, different events. So I would ride with them, and I would see how Atlanta was. So I came down for one A3C festival, and it was just the culture, the music culture. It's so much support and love that it was so many different types of people. Like, as far as how they dress, how they move, it was like everybody was accepted. Like, if you was different, they look at you like, that's dope. So like New York, when you would go to New York or whatever, you will see different people, and it's like, oh wow. But if you're coming from like a small town, it's like, if you different, it's like a bad thing. So anyway, when I came to Atlanta, I had loved that about Atlanta. I was like, okay, you can be yourself. So I told the people I was like, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm moving here. This is where I'm going to be at. So within that, 2 years later, I had moved to Atlanta. So I was in school, and well, I'm graduating in 6 months, but at the time I was in school, and I'm taking up media communications. So Atlanta was actually one of the top locations with the outlets for like entertainment. It was of course Los Angeles, I think Miami, Florida, of course New York. I don't know about the other one, but Atlanta, Georgia was up there. So basically, to make a long story short, I had worked 2 jobs to save up all my money, all the money I could save up. That means I wasn't going out like that. I was cooking at home. Well, I was living with my mom, so it was easy for me to save money. I didn't have to pay any bills at all. Because my mother and my grandmother was helping me with my car payments because they knew I was moving. So it was like they was looking out for me. So for like, I'll say a whole year, really, I was just grinding and hustling. So what I did, 3 months before the official move, I would look up apartments. Okay? So I narrowed it down to 6 apartments. So what I did was I had emailed and called them to set up appointments to view the apartments all within this weekend that I went down there for. So I was able to do that. So me and my roommate, my mom, we all came down, we looked at the places, and we narrowed it down to 2 places. Then we slept on it. So it was one place that stood out. So, we went to the application fee, bam, bam. They called us 3 days later after we went back to weekend, but they called us 3 days later. Come down, sign the paper, so we went the next weekend, and boom, boom, boom. So let me tell y'all, let's go into the apartments. People don't tell you this on videos. The apartments, I don't know how it is everywhere. With these, you have to make 3 times the amount of the rent. Okay? If the rent is $500, you gotta make $1,500. If you have a roommate, I think they go by both, but that's it. They do credit checks. On the credit checks, they're looking for any, what's that thing called? When you get kicked out of your evictions. They do credit checks and they make sure you have the income. Okay? That's what they do. So if they call your employer, they're going to check because they have to make sure. That's number one. So those are the two things. You have to give an application fee. It's non-refundable. So if you don't get the place, you don't get the money back. Okay? Some places here do deposits. That it depends on your credit score. Because like I said, when they check, it's not necessarily your credit score. It's necessarily what's on your credit. Like I said, the evictions. So if you have a low credit score, you have to put down 2 months deposit. Okay? So let's say you find a place for $500. You have to put $1,500 down because you have to pay twice the security deposit if your credit score is low. But you can still get the place in some places, but you gotta pay more money. If your credit score is regular, you just do the simple security deposit. Some places, if you have a good credit score, you don't have to put. I think it's like a discounted security deposit. And most places, if you have pets, you gotta put down the pet deposit. Okay. Now, some places do charge you monthly to have pets and cats. Pets and cats, dogs and cats. It's like $15 for dogs, $10 for cats, or $10 for whatever. But they do, some does pay monthly. My place, I just had to put a security deposit down of $300 for my dog. Okay, so that's what you need to know. Also, most of the time, they let you know within 3 days. Sometimes they have the moving same day moving with it, but 9 times out of 10, those places are not like the best because those are like apartments I want to just get you in there just to have some residents in there. Okay? So, before you do your apartment search, you need to really, people go on the computer and they say, I want this apartment, and they call and do everything on the phone or whatever. Don't do that. Actually go down to Atlanta. If you're going to have to take a trip, take the trip. Go to Atlanta, ride around and view everything. The most important thing that I should have did, go to the place that you want to go around rush hour. Go there so you can see if it's hard for you to get in and out of the apartment complex, or see how it is, see how far it is from the interstate. Because some places are so beautiful online, but when you go there, you can't even get out your apartment complex because the traffic is just so bad. It's so awful, especially right by the interstate. It's so awful. Where I live at, it's by 75 and 285, but it's like more so the street over this way and the street over that way. So coming out of my apartment can be rough. It can be. But it's not too bad during the times I go out. For work, it's not that bad because I leave the house at 7. And coming back, I'm coming from the opposite way, so I can just come and just pull in. But make sure you do that. That's number one. Not many people tell you that about the apartments. But yes, those are the apartments. It's best to really get an apartment on your own. Or get a roommate that you know. Don't just get a roommate because, I want to move here so bad in a roommate. Because roommates will do you so grimy. You going to have, just look up roommate stories on YouTube. People that you don't know. And if the lease is in your name, they just screw you over. So it's really best to get a place on your own. Because they do have studios. Now the apartment ranges out here, from what I saw, was like maybe like $550 all the way up. But I think you can get like a studio for like $550, $600, probably like $600. I don't know what kind of area, but I live like I said, North Atlanta. So for like a 1 bedroom here, it's like $750. You won't find nothing cheaper than that unless you go deep down into like the hood. But over here, it's like from $750 on up to like $2,000. But I live in a 2-bedroom. I couldn't do 1 bedroom because I have so much stuff. Actually, I live in a townhouse. Actually, so The rent is very reasonable for a townhouse over here, but I live by the Brave Stadium. So when the Brave Stadium had came, I had moved here just when they was building it. So when it came, they did jack the rent up for over here. So a regular one bedroom was probably like $850 now, and a 2-bedroom was like $1,000 and something. So, but that's about the apartments. Sorry to make it so long. And don't necessarily go by the reviews online, because I noticed that a lot of those reviews are from sour people who got kicked out of their apartments for not paying their rent on time, because they don't play about you not paying your rent on time. There's a waiting list at almost all the good apartments. So if you do something wrong, they will evict you, and they have like 100 people waiting in line. So it be salty people right now, because I saw some bad reviews about the place I'm moving here. Not so much about the townhouse part, but because over here is townhouse and apartments in the bag. I saw some salty comments, but none of that was true. In my place, I had none of those problems that they were talking about. And I realized that, okay, everybody's experience is not the same. Moving along, we're going to talk about the traffic. My number one tip to give you: learn the back ways, okay? This is what you do. Some people be like, the back ways is too long. Not when that traffic's bad. Now, this is what you do, okay? This is what I do. I don't live that far from downtown Atlanta. I live like 15 minutes to Atlanta, like main Atlanta. I live like 10 minutes from Atlantic Station, 10 minutes from Buckhead. I live good, so I could take the back way and get there in 15 minutes, because it's like no traffic the back way at all. Everybody just take the highway thinking it's quicker, but it's not. But if the back way is too long for you, all you do is, if you jump on the highway from where you're from and you know it's clear till you get to a certain point, hop on the highway, then get off on an exit and go the back way the rest of the way to get there. Or if the traffic is hard when you get on but it evens out, go the back way until you're able to jump on the highway till it's even out. You don't have to take the highway straight there. You can do half and half. That's what I do. And I had friends, I'm on the highway, I'm on 75. And I'm like, okay, I'm the back way and I get there first. That is like the best advice ever. Because no matter what time you jump on the highway, it's always going to be back. And there's so much construction going on that it just makes it just worse. It makes it so much worse. So that's like number one tip. So traffic is always going to be bad. Okay. Parking. Parking can range anywhere from $5 to $40. Not so much $5. They charge you about at least 10, 15, 20. If it's a special event you want to park close, it's going to be 40. Because I done seen that plenty of times at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and then the Georgia Congress Center. A lot of them charge like a lot sometimes. But the main price you'll hear a lot, 15, 20. You will hear that. Make sure you have cash, because not everybody takes cards. Make sure you have cash. Okay? Because you're going to have to pay to park at certain places. Like, even if the club have a club parking lot, you're going to have to pay to park. It's a pay to park place. Now, on the streets, they try to get you. Atlanta is a city that makes money. They're trying to get you when you park on the street, because you think, okay, I can park here. But you gotta look real hard at the signs, because it will say, okay, yeah, you can park here, but with the permit between the certain hours of so and so. It's just so much. So yeah, you gonna have. But sometimes you can be good enough to find a park on the street and you're good, you're okay. But just make sure that you always have money to park, because you don't want to get towed. Because they put boots on a car like it's nobody's business, and they tow cars. It happened to me one time. I had went downtown to this club called The City, and they had put a boot on my Jeep, and I went outside and I called, was like, why is there a boot? Why is there a boot on my freaking Jeep? The ticket's here, it's not expired. He was like, well, I'll send somebody out there. The guy come out, he looked, he said, oh, you know what, I apologize. Oh, you know, we have a new guy working for us. He mistake the 6 for a 9 or something stupid that he said. And I'm like, So you mean to tell me I wasted a whole hour of my life and you apologizing to me because you have a new guy and you don't know what he have to do? Sometimes they'll try to get over you. If I was dumb, oh my God, have it, boo, here, take the money. But no, you're going to have to look and you're going to have to explain your way out of things, because people are hustlers out here. They are hustlers, so you got to be careful. And sometimes it be guys who pretend that they're the parking attendant and they're not. They're not. They'll go to the thrift store, they will buy one of the little highlighter vests and take your money. They will. That happens to me before I was going to the BET Hip Hop Awards. And you know when you pull into the parking garage, there's like a button you press to take the ticket. It was these guys out there, right? They had on shirts, like the same color shirt, maybe it was like highlighter yellow again. And so they would push the button for the people and give them a ticket and be like $15. So everybody's like paying because they're like, okay. So then when it was time for us to leave hours later, we pull out up to the window. And it was a guy in the window finally after a certain time he came, I think like after 12. So we gave him a ticket. He was like, okay, $20. And we're looking like we just paid the guy $15. Like he gave us the ticket. Like we paid him $15. He was like, who was it? It was like two guys and blah, blah, blah. It was like, oh no, they don't work for us. I'm sorry, but they don't work for us. And we're like, well, what we supposed to do? And he was like, he got y'all. So we're like, oh my gosh, you gotta watch out for that, like literally. Film it or do something, cause they'll get you. Okay, nightclubs. Atlanta is big for nightlife. Okay. If you thinking that you're going on Eventbrite and get you a free before 11, just make sure you're there at like about 6. Cause when I tell you they hold those lines up to like about 10:45 and everybody's in line thinking they're gonna get in, no. They hold up the line on purpose because they want people to ride past and look and say, oh, it's popping, it's lit. Because the line is long and nobody's inside. They do that. So, you know, when I was younger and me and my friends, and people still do it now, but as I get older, I'm not like that. You know, you arrive past someplace and if it's super packed, you want to be there. You're like, oh, this is the place to be, right? Everybody's here tonight. But in Atlanta, it's so many different things going on that everywhere is a place to be. You don't have to just stick to one place because celebrities going to be in the building. Everything is happening. Hookah lounges, Jamaican spots, just Mediterranean spots, all types of spots. There's so many spots popping. Strip clubs be popping all the time, all day. Everywhere be popping. So if you pull up to the scene, it's packed, go to another scene, it's so much. I tend to go someplace that's just like cool and chill. Well, if I want to party, I like to go to like a mixed crowd. So not somewhere where it's so packed that you bumping into somebody. I don't like drunk people bumping into me and getting my shoes wet. But anyway, Atlanta nightlife is a little bit of everything. Like if you just have a certain scene, if you like EDM, or if you like country, if you like top 40s, pops, hip hop, reggaeton, island, Jamaican music, any type of music, this is a spot here for everybody. So that's one cool thing about it. A lot of them close from 2:30, and then some spots stay open to 5. Sometimes you can get lucky and get in free for a certain time if you can do that. Or sometimes it's free all night for ladies or whatever. They even have swinger clubs out here if you're into that type of stuff. I don't know. Okay. Next. What else is on the list that people want to know about? Overall, the cost of living here is I don't think it's that bad because it has so much stuff to offer. Oh, jobs. Okay. It's good to look for a job before you move here, but some people is not that lucky. Some people want to move here and just hustle while they can, but it's best to get a job here or get a transfer. Me, on the other hand, I did job hunt before it was time to move in, but the person that was my roommate kind of already had it set up and gave it 2 weeks on their job and everything. Now, okay, it's time to move, so it's time to move. So I had a savings, so when I moved, I was going to drop my savings. I'm gonna tell y'all the best advice for me. Go to a temp agency. Do not look at me sideways. Don't be like, girl, they take money out your chain. Don't do that. I'm telling y'all. Go to temp agency. People on YouTube be like, oh, it's so hard to find a job. No. They lying to you. They are lying to you. Do not believe them. They are lying. Listen, my mom had came and stayed with me for about 4 or 5 months. She just came because she had a break from her job, and you just had a ball. So I was like, come on, mom, blah, blah. So she came. When I tell y'all, me and my mom had worked on about 5 different jobs in them 5 months, all through temp agencies. You can get a job. It was to the point like, we'll go to today, just fill out a thing. Okay, can y'all start tomorrow? Sure. Fill it out on a Friday. Can y'all start Monday? Sure. We got jobs back to back to back. And it's like to the point where if you don't like the job, because this job was like, we ain't doing this. No ma'am. Go back to the agency. You got something else? Yeah, we can put you on this assignment. You can start tomorrow. Like, it's so easy to get a job. Some people be like, it don't pay a lot. We had jobs paying $15 an hour on down to $8 an hour. They have these things here, assignments that only last like 3 days, but they pay you like $12 an hour for those assignments. The job I have now, I went through a temp agency, and I had got on permanent. I'm a permanent employer. After the 3-month mark, I'm a permanent employer with the company, a top company. If it wasn't for the temp agency, I probably wouldn't have got in, because this company is hard to get into. But they do go through temp agencies to get certain employees. Now, the temp agency, there's different levels to this. They have the ones that give you the little penny jobs that you can just get hired the next day. Then they have the higher up temp agencies where you have to have certain experience to even qualify to be in their system. Now, this particular agency, I'm not gonna get on the names, they ain't sponsoring me. But if you want to know more, you just comment or inbox me, whatever. But I was trying so hard to get this agency to give me a job. I was with them for like a whole year, and I was like, do you have any jobs available? No, you have to have a certain experience, blah, 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 blah. And it was just so hard, and finally they contacted me. It was like, we have an opening, so send your resume back to us, and we'll send it to the company and see if they want to interview you, because the company interview you, for the higher assignments. And so they did, and it was interviews in Atlanta. 9 times out of 10 is going to be a group interview. What I mean by this, they do have some where you go into a room with a whole bunch of people and they interview you right then and there in front of everybody. They ask you the questions. Or it's the type where, y'all all meet in one room and they call you individually back to another room, interview you, go sit down, and you do a concert. That's what I did. It was probably like 10 people. They'd be like, okay, Lorraine, come on back, blah, blah. Okay, you can go back in there. So-and-so, come on back. And then at the end of the interview, they'd be like, okay, Sarah, Kelly, Michael, can we see y'all for a minute? But while those people sitting here, they gone. Okay, Tony, Kiera, and Thomas, can we see y'all? Going in there, okay. Lauren and Kelly, I said that already. Kalisha, can y'all come over here? Okay, so we decided to choose y'all 2 for the job. Oh, girl, I was like, now, the number 1 tip I give y'all about group interviews, be yourself. Be honest and be yourself, because you would get caught up in a lie. Be honest and be yourself. Don't be like, oh yeah, well, I'm excellent at this and I'm excellent at that. Because some companies can read you through all that. Go in there and be like, hello, yeah, so I did this job, and I like this about the job, my weaknesses are blah, blah, what I want for the job. Well, I did my research, and this job, it has a It has job security. I like how you can work your way up. You can cross train. You know, I'm really looking for a job. I just moved to Atlanta. You know, it's so many opportunities out here. I love it. This is, you know, just be yourself and let them see your personality shine through. Because if you're all like, I know how to type on computers, I'm never late to work. Yes, they're gonna be like, this person freaking practice that. They practice that. They want somebody real and just upfront and just, you gotta be real and upfront. That's all you gotta do. So they do group interviews, by the way, just so that you know that it's not just like a regular, oh, come in and you're like the only person. No, it's competition because there's so many people that want jobs, so it's competition. You're not gonna get every job. You work your way up. Your resume, it has to be lit for you to even get the opportunity to even get an interview. And then how they do it in the computer is, if you apply for a job that says data entry, make sure you have data entry in different terms tying around data entry on your resume, because when it goes through the system, it's going to point out the keywords that they know, okay, well, we're going to move this person into this pile. So then when the hiring manager goes into the applications, it's going to have the people that's most experienced to get the thing. So make sure you do that. So someone can say, oh yeah, I have done data entry, and someone can say, oh, you know, I type this many words on the computer, so I do computer typing, and they may mean data entry, but they didn't say that, so their application is going to get. Okay, so I'm trying to see what else. This video is going to be so long, but I'm just trying to give y'all this like the deep down thing. Now, as far as the coaches, it's all types of races here. Sometimes, okay, it's like Buckhead and Midtown is like the new Atlanta. The regular Atlanta downtown is really getting run down. It's a whole bunch of homeless people down there. Tourists, they really don't hit down there as much as they do Midtown and Buckhead. I noticed like Midtown and Buckhead, they're just all through there. Trying to see what you know, they closed down a lot of places downtown. Like the underground is not there anymore. Some shops just closed down. Now for the rent, it's cheaper to live in the South Side, and West Side and East Side. Those places are more reasonable. Now North Atlanta is a little bit more money. You know, North Atlanta is also including, you know, like Buckhead and Cobb County, North Atlanta type areas. It's a lot of corporate offices here, a lot of headquarters here. And the music thing is popping. There's so many showcases. If you really want to get your music out there, strip clubs, networking with DJs and letting them spin your song in the strip clubs, or even knowing strippers that can pick their own music, or you know, amateur night where they can play their own music to get your song out there and people will hear it like, what song is that? Strip clubs is the best way because everybody be in the strip club. You won't just instantly get your music played on the radio and think, okay, I'm gonna get on there. You have to work your way up. So networking is number one out here in Atlanta. Number one to network. I'm trying to see. Oh, dating. They're not lying. They're not lying when they say it's a whole bunch of download guys. There is a whole bunch of download guys. I have story times I'm gonna share about that. So dating, just be careful when it comes to dating. Be smart. Put on your thinking cap. Be smart. Yes. It's more men out here. No, it's more women out here to men. So of course men are gonna be players. You know, just be careful. But dating is pretty much easy. You can. I hate to say it, but if you a female and you hungry, it's so easy to get that out here. I since I've been out here, I don't really communicate with a lot of people, I like more so homegirls, because it's like more fun with homegirls. Y'all can just paint and sit, go to hookah bars, shop, get your nails done, go bike riding. It's so much stuff to do if you have a group of friends. Now, finding friends out here, which I'm gonna get into that next, but dating, you know, it's easy to get a date out here. It is. As far as relationship wise, but dating, you can go on dates. There's so much stuff going on. There's always someone looking like, oh, it's a music thing going on. You know, you want to come out here? Yeah, you want to come out here? Okay. And now, friendship. We're going to end it on this note because this thing is going to be so long. But if you have any other questions, you know, you can just comment. But friendship, finding friends out here is extremely hard. You would think that it's so many different types of people that it would be easy, but no. It's not. It's not easy at all, because people is really only out for themselves. They see you as, okay, what can I get from this person? How can I network from this person? How can I better myself with this person? Like, do they have any plugs? Do they have any connections? So it's really hard to find like legit people that's serious about having a friendship that's like dope with no drama. Okay, one more last thing, and this is it for this video. It's part 1, because I know I'm just gonna be a part 2. Part 1 is gonna end on this note. You know, when you come to Atlanta, or like let's say on TV, it seems like everybody's balling. Everybody got money. It's the place to be. You feel like when you come here, you're gonna instantly pop off. You're gonna instantly get money, get the bag. 9 times out of 10, the ones that's flexing really don't have it like that. Like the smallest mistake they do, and it's done. It's a lot of scammers out here. A lot of scammers out here. A lot of people, like my mom said, perpetrating a fraud. It's just, they put on this front, but deep down, you know, like you see guys riding around in 2018 Bentleys. Sometimes those be rentals. It's this website called Turo. They got luxury car rentals. You see guys riding around, same guy riding around in different cars, and you look like, and when you finally get to know them, like, yeah, you know, I got the plug on rental cars. So it don't necessarily be their car. They got markets out here that sells replicas of designers, and you would not know there was replicas at all. Shh, a secret. I ain't gonna give the names, but y'all know, I know about it. So everything that glitters isn't gold. You know, if you become a business owner, entrepreneur, you know, you can do it, but these people, they really be living a lie, and you will not know that until you get to know them. So it seem all good and all great, but everything's not all that good. So just come here with good intentions. Come here with a plan. If you have goals, do not set your goals aside and be like, I'll work on it later. That's what I have did a little bit, because I was supposed to be in an internship, but I got here working on my job, trying to make new friends, trying to get settled, still in school. So if you have a goal, set aside, if you work Monday through Friday, set aside the weekends to focus on that goal. Do not let Atlanta take you over to the point where you trying to fit in so much that you forget the reason why you came down here for. So this is just part 1 of moving to Atlanta. So if there's any other questions that you need to know, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. It's whatever. Once again, this is Loren Poppington. Bye, friend.